Hello, we're back with another episode with one of our favorite guests, Maria Rios. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You want to share with us what you experienced recently? You competing in Worlds.
Yeah, the Nogi Worlds, like I was sharing with you guys a little while ago. It was a great experience. It was like the nerves. I don't know if you guys have ever competed, but like you're going to be nervous. There's a certain amount of nervousness that comes with it, but this I kind of expected it to be a little overwhelming as far as like nerves go, because it was my first time competing as a black belt, and you just never know what you're gonna get, because like black belts are like I'm new. I just got my black belt in May, but like you could fight like a black belt that's been a black belt for like 10 years or like 20 years, especially in like masters too, because it's a little bit older age group, so you definitely could get someone that's been training, or I'm sorry, that's been a black belt as long as you've been training. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I felt really good. I went up a weight class, which was, I was like, oh man, hopefully I can. I didn't want to cut weight, so I was like, we'll see how I feel. And I felt really good. And I think I'll stay for Nogi anyway, I'll stay at the weight class I entered in at, which was heavy. But yeah, it was a great experience. And I actually did really well in my first match. And I was like I was going to win, but I made a stupid mistake with like 30 seconds left, because I was fighting from the top the whole time. And, she couldn't sweep me. She couldn't get underneath me. And then I just made a dumb mistake. And I went for a knee bar without like securing the leg. And we scrambled, and whoever gets up first gets the 2 point. And so she scored the 2. And I was like, that was the end of the match. So I walked away with the 3rd place medal, which is all right, I guess.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. But at least you went now in your terms. This for a move that you went for. It's not something that she was trying to do, and you trying to finish you.
Yeah, I was just like, heard it there. I mean, if you've ever been to one of those tournaments, everybody's screaming and you can barely hear your corner. You don't know who the hell's like screaming at you. You're just like, oh my God. And I heard them calling out the time, and I was like, and I have 30 seconds left. And I wasn't sure, like I can't see a damn thing. So I'm like, I got my glasses. I'm like, I don't know if what the score is.
Yeah.
She hasn't scored, but I didn't know if it was like an advantage or whatever. So I just went for it. I was like, okay, 30 seconds, let's go. And I just, instead of like trying to pressure in and pass, I just went for it. And so it was a good experience. And now I know more to play stronger I need to understand more of how, like, what not to do, what to do to score points or advantages. Because I'm still kind of like, does that work sometimes, Because people score advantages and I don't. I'm like, what just happened? So, yeah. But I felt really good as far as, like, my first black belt tournament. I'm like, okay, I can definitely, this was good. This was a good.
Feel like you belong in there?
Yeah, for sure.
Good.
Yeah, I didn't feel like out of place, like, oh my God. So I was super stoked about that, and I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to sign up for the next one.
Your first black belt competition was Worlds?
Yeah, so everybody was like,
Jump
why
right
don't
in
you
there.
a warm-up tournament? And I'm like, that's not really my style. I'm just going to go directly into the fire.
Well, it seems like you did okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's kind of like, it reminded me of like when I fought MMA, like you don't have like warm-up fights for your fight. You just go do the fight. Like you prep for the fight, and then you fight your hardest that one night. And so I kind of like treated it like that, and then, you never know if you do a warm-up tournament, not that that's a bad thing, but I'm like, what if I got hurt and then something stupid happened, and then I can't fight in this big tournament that means a lot. So I just stuck with it and said, you know what, I'm just gonna jump right in.
If you want to get like warm-up matches, you can always do like a cross-training at a different gym when they have open mats.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And it kind of gives you, especially if it's like a new place and new training partners, it sort of gives you that like competition-ish feeling, Obviously you're not competing for a medal, but like if your training partners know that you're competing, even if they don't like know you very well and you're new, they'll push the pace and give you that like feeling of the competition. So I was so fortunate. I had a lot of great people to train with and a lot of really good ladies to train with too that let me, scrap with them. So it was good. Great experience. Can't wait to do it again.
The Triangle has a lot of girls that train.
The
Like they're
what?
like Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, like that area. They have a lot of girls that train in
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu.
Mhm.
A good thing.
Yeah, it's been really good. This area has a lot of girls that train, but then I've come across some females that they're great training partners. Like they like to train hard. And then after it's like you don't have to worry if like you hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that. Like I said, like right now I feel so lucky because I have some training partners that are female that love to like scrap with me. Like they're just it's like so aggressive. It's great, but it's never afterwards. Like there's never any like stupid ego or like hurt feelings or anything. We're equally trying to like murder each other, but we know it like for the right reasons. Like this is how it is in a tournament, and they just bring the heat, and I appreciate it so much because it's like, man, this is like you need that, especially for the different like when you fight like a female, like you know what I mean, like 155-pound female to a 155-pound dude, so it's like they just move differently. So it's nice to have that. I'm really, really grateful for all my training partners.
Do you say like the women they hold like more grudges when it comes like competing in practice?
So I've
What was I saying?
experienced like when you train with certain females and it's like you can't really train that hard with them, or they do get like it's almost like they're taking it personal. And I'm sure it happens with guys too, right?
For
I don't
sure.
know.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Like
does.
Yeah,
but it's like maybe it's like catty almost like with some, and I'm not saying all women are like that for sure, but like I've experienced that where you're just like, oh, okay, like I guess I won't do that. I don't ever want to make somebody feel like shit,
yeah,
no, that's not what like I'm about, but I really love to train hard, and it's nice to have like girls that'll just equally try to beat your ass, and then afterwards they're just like, "I was sick, thank
yeah.
you." You know what I mean? I really appreciate the push there.
And you learn
So,
from each other as well too, right? Because you actually get like a after match feedback from each other because you're
oh
able to
yeah,
talk.
for sure, yeah. Or like, like you can be like, yeah, you weren't really being that aggressive. Like, what happened? Like, where was the pressure? Like, you kind of suck today at bringing the heat. What happened? Or what's going on? And like, I love that kind of feedback. I love it when you have any training partner, male or female, that can push you safely. Like they're being aggressive in training. They're really pushing the pace. You feel like you're fighting for your life half the time, but you're never like getting hurt, and it's never like so much so that you're like, what? What? I'm not gonna be able to walk tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
sometimes you have some people like that. They're like trying to stay away from those because you don't wanna roll with them, but you don't wanna roll with their ego because it's this lose situation.
yeah, then you have like you might get hurt. I'm sure you guys have experienced that.
I was rolling on a Sunday open mat with this guy, and we were rolling, and I caught him in Achilles, and he won't tap. It's like, okay, I'm gonna crank it a little bit, and he won't tap. Like, okay, I'm gonna crank it a little bit. All of a sudden,
Well,
here it goes.
You're like, great.
Like, here you go. But he he was a leg lock guy that he doesn't. He's a leg lock guy, doesn't tap to leg locks. Yeah, no, like come on, what are we doing? Like you just people like just stop. Like I usually don't hold like that, but I was holding it, but I just like so he won't like get out there like to hold the position, and he just twist. Like, okay.
You're
Well,
like,
you'd think, especially somebody who does that, they would be more informed about, this is about to get bad.
Yeah.
right? Like I know, and they should know how bad it can be. Like this could totally ruin my jiu-jitsu for the next 6 months to a year. I should probably not be such a idiot about it. Like,
Hey, he's a cop. Come on, your job.
yeah.
You could break.
That's
You gonna do your job with a broken leg.
See, that's
like lose situation.
yeah, that's like the ego about it. It's like, come on, dude, what's the point? This is open mat.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is just like open mat, bro.
Yeah. That's what you're doing. Just have a good time.
Yeah, what are you getting all wild for?
Yeah.
I could see one thing if he was like, because I'll have people like maybe keep the heel hook and then not crank on it so I can, because sometimes I'm like, oh, fuck, how do I get out of this again? Yeah, which means like, and then I'll just ask them to hold it, so because they got it, but I want to work out of it, and you can't really work out of it. You've practiced
somebody.
Yeah. So that's just crazy to me.
Do you like to, whenever you like, I don't know, personally, I like to get a heel hook to sweep or like pass it. Like, if I'm like, for example, if I have it and I feel like I don't like, if the person's not going to tap, I usually use it as a sweep or like passing somebody's.
Yeah.
Or like, you'll see, they're not going to tap.
Set something else up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't ever like, they're masters too. You can't do heel hook. So I'm like, I'll practice it here and there, or like if I get it, but I try to like, do other stuff if I can't like actually secure it really tightly.
Is it illegal?
Yeah, they're in my age bracket. We're not allowed.
It's considered crimes against humanity.
They're like, save those old knees. You've had enough damage.
We don't want to get sued by AARP.
Your recovery, like they know that our recovery will be like 4 times as long as like the adults division. So they're like, don't let them do it.
We don't need new replacements.
Which I'm totally fine with it. I'm like, that's fine with me. One less thing I have to worry about. My knee getting blown out.
At this point, you don't have to worry about ligaments. You have to replace the whole thing to get a whole new knee.
I'm like, oh God, thank you for sparing me that worry.
Well, so how like so for like those kind of things, do you use them as like setups for other things?
Like heel hooks or like
Not like Achilles or Stima lock.
I'll try to get like the leg entanglement. I like to do knee bars. So I'll get the leg entanglement, and then if I can, pretend like I don't pretend, but I'll try to go for the straight ankle lock, and then I'll try to twist up the leg just to get the knee bar. And then if I can't do that, I'll just try to come up to like be on top to reverse the position. But yeah, sometimes the leg locks are really, for me anyway, for some of the guys in the gym, especially the longer guys, like it's easy to get their legs wrapped up, but to like actually like extend it, and their leg is so much longer than like my torso, I'm like, this is kind of pointless.
You have to do a handstand to be able to like get him off the mat.
It's just easier to try to like take their back and choke them, or like rear naked choke or something like that, because I'm like, you go to crank the leg and the foot's like way up here, like, and you're like, oh my gosh, and they can easily like move the, like rotate the leg to um get the knee out of place so you're not like breaking your knee. I'm just like, I'm gonna end up on bottom here in a second. So I'm just gonna bail on this and move on.
Yeah, what was the event? Was it in Vegas?
Yep.
How was there? Was the trip?
It was pretty good. I mean, I've been to Vegas so many times that I'm like, I don't really care anymore. It's not like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still like an experience, right? Like the lights and the this, the that, being on the strip and all this stuff. But I'll be honest, I don't freaking party like that anymore. So it's like, I'm like, cool. Like, I don't mind going out and like having fun if there's a group of people to go out and have fun with. But I'm like, I don't really like when you like stay up super late, maybe you had like a couple drinks, and then that feeling the next morning when you're just like, this is the worst.
Dehydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're just
Yeah.
like feeling gross and, ugh. And I would rather like feel normal and get up and like go do stuff, like fun stuff. Like we went to Red Rock Canyon. That was so cool. I'm like, like though, like doing shit like that, I'd much rather do than like in a club all night, you know. But overall, it was really cool. We got to do some fun stuff, and I got to get some gifts for my daughter, which was really awesome. And you know, that's all I cared about, really. It's like, I need to go to this certain store there that has like these imported gifts from, I think they're like from Japan or something like that. And they're all, because she likes the anime characters and all this stuff. So, I was like, I need to go there to like get some of these since it's Christmas. And so that was like the highlight for me because I got to bring her back all these like cool toys. And she was like so excited. And then Red Rock was really, really cool. It's that's quite the experience. If you guys ever get to do that, that's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Did you get to see the sphere at all?
You know what? Like I was told, a friend of mine told me, he's like, if you get the chance to go, whatever show they're playing there, go see it. But I didn't get the chance to go. And I looked up tickets. They're about like $110.
Yeah.
So next time when I'm there, I think I'm just gonna say screw it and do it, just for the experience because it looks like it'd probably be super rad.
Yeah, I got the chance to go this last summer. I had buddy who had a jiu-jitsu competition out there, and it definitely is an experience. It's strange. So we went to a YouTube concert, which, I mean, I know a few of their songs. I'm not a huge fan, but we went for the experience. But I feel like it could be really amazing with the right show. I mean, YouTube, it was cool, but, I think it could be better. But I definitely am super glad I did it. It's a really, really cool experience. I mean, it's unbelievable once you get in there and you, like, look down to the bottom. It looks like it's so far away. The whole thing is so weird.
Is it like you're like in a different, like an alternate universe or something? Like just
yeah, because I don't know. Like our seats were pretty high up. I think they were cheaper, but we were sitting there, and it feels like everything's. I don't know. I think it plays tricks on you because it does not. I don't know. You feel like everything's super narrow and it's super steep, and the stairs are super steep. But I don't know if that's actually a thing or if it's just the way things look. I don't know how to describe it really, but
it's like your mind's playing tricks on you because
100%.
That's so crazy. It's probably designed to do that.
It probably is.
Be like super wild and like
House of Mirrors.
Yeah, like just play total like mind tricks, and you're in there like. I mean, the way that it looks from the outside too, I can only imagine. You feel like it's so wild and like an alternate universe. That's what I imagine it like being like. Like you go in there and you're just like, Where are we?
Yeah. Yeah, really, it's crazy. They got some pretty cool technology in there too. They got like speakers that play sound in a very specific direction. So like they had this row of speakers and you could walk along. It was only about like 10 feet long, probably, maybe 20, I don't know. But it was like you could hear different songs only a few feet away, but you couldn't hear them if you stood like 2 feet this way.
Mm.
So it's like really weird stuff.
Isn't that crazy? You're just like waiting for the aliens to come out of like nowhere.
It doesn't help that they have like the AI robots all around, which is also a weird one. But,
What?
yeah.
That's so cool. Cool and like super crazy at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, dang, when are these things taking over?
Right? Which it's like a thing. It's like you can't not think that.
Yep.
It's like
What was the Skynet?
it's wild.
And
But-
isn't the Area 51 down the street from there?
Well, I saw like billboards for that in that area. Yeah. Have you
Area
guys ever
51
been there?
is- No, I've never been there.
Mm-mm.
I was trying to go there whenever the trains were raided. And then people trying to run to Area 51.
Yes.
Well, no, I've never been there. Have you?
Mm-mm. No.
I
They
can
have,
only imagine.
yeah, they have some cool things you can experience there for sure. And people tend to forget too that like Vegas has like like I said, like the Red Rock Canyon and like those areas. And it's not very far away from like the strip area. You don't have to drive that far and then you're all of a sudden in like surrounded by like nature,
Yeah.
the desert, and it's really beautiful. You're like, dang. And then you go drive for like 20 minutes and you're on the strip and it's like pure debauchery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
what
like
the
the oasis of the debauchery. There's a fighter that trains out there. He does that. He goes hiking. He's from Georgia. But he goes hiking like during his training camp. He goes into the mountains. He just stays up there during the weekend just to like decompress from training camp.
See that? It's so amazing out there. And it feels like, when the air is just really crisp and it's like, I don't know, it's a totally different feeling from when you're just in the city area, not even on the strip, but you put yourself out there and you're like, I can actually, I don't know, it feels like the air's thinner or something. Feels more
yeah.
crisp. I
I
don't
was
know.
raised in a third world country. I could smell lead in the city compared to like other places. You can tell the difference in the city to like a natural.
Yeah, it feels
Mm.
good. On the day that we went, it was really nice because it was a little bit overcast, and so it was not too cold, but that little like chill in the air that feels super super nice, So I was super grateful we got to do that right before we competed, or I competed.
Mhm.
That was cool.
How far is Hoover Dam from there? Because a lot of people go to Hoover Dam from there too sometimes to visit from there.
I don't know actually. I think it's a little bit further out though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another cool spot to go. That would be cool to go adventure to. That's not part of I mean, it's a tourist attraction, but it's not like the debauchery one.
Yeah.
Full of drunk people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One place that would be cool to see is the stadium that they built there. That we call Death Star.
Yeah.
Because the stadium is like all black and like they have like the flame. It's like I think it's LED, and the grass itself they bring it out like it slides out into the parking lot area so you can get like sunlight and like so you get like a natural light, and then whenever they have games they slide it back into the stadium.
Wow, that's super cool. Yeah, I didn't know
Crazy.
that.
It's a crazy stadium.
I didn't think I'd heard of that one. That's pretty cool.
I think Alliance is the name of the stadium. The Fertitas brothers, they're part of the people that were bringing the team there to Vegas. That's the reason they sold the UFC. They can get money to bring the Raiders there.
Isn't that crazy? The Raiders.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just
They're already pretty rowdy crowd when they were in Oakland, when they were in LA, and now they're bringing to Vegas.
so crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
Now they're having another team coming in there, are they? Because they have a hockey team, they have a football team. I'm not sure they're having a baseball team coming in there.
I have no idea.
Because they have no professional team there before. Other than like the Knights, I think they're called the NHL team.
So I don't know.
Because that's like how they bring the money. Because they already had money in there for betting, but now if you have sports coming in there, they have reason people to come in there.
Oh yeah, just another reason for people to go there and spend money.
Yeah. Because they have seasons.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would never want to live there though.
My boss, I'm a manager. He was from there, from Vegas. Well, he would tell me a story there from there. He went to high school there, and
I can imagine.
yeah, he like one night. Okay, so he had to pay I think he had to pay for his rent. He had to make a decision: pay for his rent or go bet on it so he can make his money and double it up. So he went to bet his money, and I think he made he was like $75,000 that night. He's like, asked me how much money I had the next morning. I was walking home. He got 2 rooms. He was partying with everybody. He got evicted from the place. God. Like, yeah, man.
Hell,
Yeah.
$75,000. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Dang,
One night. Oh, man.
crazy.
Yeah, man.
I can't even handle like playing those slot machines. I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. It's stupid. Those people get into it though.
Oh, but yeah.
My buddy went to one of the slot machines. He's like, yeah, I'm going to spend $20. He went, put his money in there, pushed one button and lost like 16 of it. He's like, well, I'm done. I'm done for the day.
Right? I mean, I guess if you like put the money in and then you like won a bunch of like, I don't know, doubled it, and you'd want to play again.
Right.
But like even then I'd be like, I'm good. I just doubled it.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, score. That's enough. It's like a high though for some people.
Oh, yeah. That's
They get,
dopamine.
super excited and they win a little bit and then they like re-spend it or rebet it or whatever. I don't get it. But...
I can't handle it. I can't handle watching my money go that quickly.
They're like, even with $20, you're like,
yeah, like dang. It's a tank of gas almost.
Yeah, for real. You're like, oh my goodness. That hurt. That hurt me. That cut me deep.
How much time of work is that at work for those $20?
Right? You're like, yeah. That's true, right? If you like put it in that perspective, you're like, damn. Or people that like go in and they're like, we're gonna just gamble $100. $100. That's like dinner and coffee and food for the days. Or like you said, that's like almost a day's work for some people.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, you just lose it in like 20 minutes or less, like that.
Yeah. You have better chance you set it on fire. At least you get heat out of it.
You might as well.
See,
You're like,
man.
just go give it away to like one of those homeless people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Gamble on them.
yeah, right. Gamble that they aren't gonna go use it for booze or drugs.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's wild.
And that being said, my biological father, he was a degenerate gambler on rooster, or like cockfighting. He has his own rooster. like he was training his own rooster back in Panama. He would go there like on Saturdays and go over there and go like in like fighting and stuff like that.
Dang.
So
So how do they like train them to like
I
fight?
don't know. Like he had like tied like on a rope and he like just getting mad and stuff like that. And they put like this freaking like like spikes on their talons and stuff like that, and they tape around it. So they just like
Dang.
stab the other roosters and stuff like that. It's like
They like
Like-
claw it to death?
yeah,
Oh my
oh god, yeah, it was ruthless. It's like God. So whenever like whenever we had to like go visit, I had to go visit him and stuff like I had to look for him. Like, yeah, he's over there at the chicken place. You had to go over there. I said like what the what you call the poultry place where they sell chicken? Like no, over there where they fry chickens. That's why you have to go see him. He's always gambling there.
dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, some people can handle it. They're like that's what he used to do all the time. Just degenerate gambling, just rooster fighting.
With their fucking talons.
Yeah,
The-
yeah.
That are extra claws. That would be crazy to
That's
see
wild. Yeah, that's
Right?
It
Hey,
looks something like wow, I used to see him. I look like Freddy Krueger's. You know Freddy Krueger's
that.
claws.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. It's like what? That's what it looked like. Crazy.
Again, I'm just like trying to imagine it. Because they like fly up, and then,
Yeah.
they can't like fly, but they can move their bodies up to claw.
Yeah. And they used to cut their feathers a certain way. So they used to like cut their necks, like their feathers of the necks off. They'll give it like a fade on their hair. So they had like no feather on the neck. So they like it was weird. The way they used to. That's the certain way they used to. They're giving that old bald hair on the top, fade the shape of their beard on their on the side. No, so they used to cut their feathers for the roosters.
They give him
Then he
a
was-
walkout robe too, or
Right? That's funny. That's
I
crazy.
said, Foghorn. I said, here he comes. Yeah, I come from a family of degenerate gamblers. My grandmother, she's still to this day, she's still like all she talks about is numbers. Numbers. Like she used to be a bookie back in the day, but she doesn't do it anymore because she can walk for that long to go people's houses sell numbers back in Panama. But all she talks about is just numbers for the lottery.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, hey grandma, I don't want to talk about numbers, okay? Like, yeah, I saw this lady the other day. I was thinking about number 24. I'm gonna buy that number. So, okay, go ahead, do that, man.
Watch her win big.
Yeah,
Right. Those numbers told you.
yeah. And then she was like, okay, and my fridge went out. What do you do with your money? Let's not talk about it.
They spent it on those tickets.
Yeah,
Lottery.
yeah. Oh man. Yeah, man. Oh, some people are like that, man. Hey, man, but to each their own. She made it like to, I think she's 86. She made it this far. It's not gonna change her.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Yeah, it is what it is at this point.
yeah. All habits are hard to kick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You say your daughter, you got a gift for her for Christmas. Does she still believe in Santa Claus?
Sort of, I guess. I
Okay.
think she might know that like Santa is sort of fabricated a little. But I don't tell her like it's fake or like it's not real. I just let her think whatever she wants to think, and she still gets presents from Santa. So
Yeah, for me, like for my daughter, she still believes in Santa. So is that a conversation I had to have with her, like after this Christmas? So it's like not looking forward to it. I had to talk about it because we don't want to break it up to like hey, Santa, like it's not real. Like just because we still do believe, like my wife family, we like to give each other gifts. Like that's one thing that we take joy out of. Is just like take the day of like Christmas Eve, like giving
Okay.
gifts to each other, and still like the day of Christmas, we still get gifts from Santa. Then morning after we get of course, like the stocking and stuff like that. For some, even as grown ups, like we have to like tell her like, yeah, Santa is like but we still believe in the Christmas spirit because the one that ruined the Christmas spirit for her. So have a conversation. Don't want to have your kid to be 25. No, but that's the Christmas. Santa Claus is real. If start punching people, don't want your kid to be that kid and fighting people for that. Defending your honor because you told us Santa Claus is real.
That's kind of funny.
Do you remember
man.
how you find out that Santa Claus wasn't real?
I think when I was little, because like you're like you want to wake up to see Santa or whatever. And I think I remember waking up and sneaking to look and seeing my mom wrapping presents that the next day. Like I didn't know right then and there, but like the next day I was like, this says from Santa. And I saw my mom wrapping it.
Wait a second.
You're all, wait a minute.
Santa uses the wrapping paper?
Is my mother Santa? Oh my god. I think that's like when I was like, wait a minute. But I mean, I wasn't like a kid that was like destroyed by the thought of that.
How about you, Nate?
To be honest, my parents never really like pushed Santa. Like I'd always heard, Santa Claus this, Santa Claus that, but they never like wrote from Santa on anything. It was always from them. So I guess for like a while I thought Santa was real. I just didn't do anything with me. Yeah, really, I didn't. I don't know. I never really got into it. My parents never really pushed it.
You're like, it didn't faze me at all. You were not traumatized.
No. Never got
real
cold.
thing that was
Yeah.
not
Good
old Saint Nick wasn't real.
That's right.
This is your friend's stories. For me, my mom, we learned. My mom, she like for Christmas Eve, she was trying to like do something on the Christmas tree. She was like trying to fix something, and the tree almost fell on her. She got pissed off, so she picked up the Christmas tree, unplugged it, and threw in the trash and set it on fire. Oh, yeah, you fucking set it on fire too. That's why I found out like Santa wasn't real. Okay, I guess let me grab myself. Let me look up my name. Is that yours? Hello, let me get that one. Something like 9 out of 8, something like that. But let's say find out the Santa wasn't real. My grandma's hey, let me get the decorations. Like, no, leave him, let him burn. Like, okay.
Shit.
Yeah, I found out Santa wasn't real.
Okay. Have you guys seen I've seen like these like reels on like Facebook and stuff where it's totally messed up, but it's super funny. It's like Christmas or Christmas Eve in the reel, and like somebody's dressed up like the Grinch.
Oh yeah.
Or they come in the house and they're like stealing presents and like the Christmas tree, and the kids are like screaming and crying.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Picking up everything, put it in the bag. Some kids start punching him and stuff.
It's so funny. I'm just like, that is so hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know who thought about doing that, but that was brilliant.
It was, right? And see, like something like that, I would totally be down to do.
Seen the one with the pictures? Have you seen the one with the pictures? Some of the kids' Christmas pictures, and then the Grinch appears from the bag, and the kids don't know about it.
That's funny.
They have one like the dog. Even the dog took off running, just scared of the Grinch. Just dressed behind them.
That's a good prank. I mean, for like littler kids, I think older kids would probably be like,
Yeah.
Great.
whatever, but like littler kids, oh my god.
Yeah. I see
Let's traumatize them.
Yeah. And for the older kids, probably be a Grinch that steal their phone. That's a real mad.
Yeah.
That's a real anger. Turn off their Wi-Fi or turn off their signal.
Right?
It's a real mad.
Lose their shit.
Yeah. Why do you do? Do you have like any traditions like for Christmas?
So back home, every year for Christmas Eve, we would go to my nana and papi's and do like a gift exchange, and we would pick names. Like, everybody would put their name in a basket, and you would pick names, and whoever's name you pick, you get a small gift for them. So we do gift exchange. And then in New Mexico, in Santa Fe, they have this, they close off this street called Canyon Road, and they have the faralito walk. And throughout the walk, so a faralito is like, it's a paper bag filled with sand, and it has a candle in it. And throughout the entire street and the galleries and the houses on this street, they put the faralitos all over the sidewalk, and they make like cool designs with them on the houses. And then they have the Illuminaria, the fires. And then people, you get to walk up and down the street, and people are singing and caroling, and you get to see all the cool faralitos. And there's certain places that will be serving like hot cider, and it's like a huge thing. Like, people will come, and the whole street is packed from one end to the other, and they're singing. And so that's really cool. That we've been doing that since I was a little kid, and it was always like a really big deal, like, because it's so cold outside, and everybody just kind of bundles up, and we would all go, my family would all, like my cousins and my aunts and uncles, everybody would go together and sing. And, people are singing in Spanish and in English. And it's like this feeling of like, I don't know, like
Harmonious,
love. And yeah, it's like nice. It's like this really peaceful, wonderful feeling. And then, yeah, so that's one thing that we do every year, is like, we're going to be there this year, and we'll go do the same thing, even though like the tradition of like the presents kind of has changed since we're all like older, and my nana and papi are not here anymore. So we still all get together and have like pozole and tamales, and then we all go walking after, which is really cool that we still do that. What about you guys?
What do you think?
I mean, we do a similar thing growing up. I mean, I had a very big family, so we all drew names and got each other gifts. Usually Christmas Eve, we'd get the extended family together, and everybody would kind of bring their own food, and then we'd all have a big meal. And then Christmas Day, it was more just the immediate family that we did stuff with. So we'd wake up to stockings in the morning, and then presents later in the afternoon, and we'd go hang out at my grandmother's place. And then usually play games at the end of the day. So it's pretty fun. I really, really liked it growing up. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, for me, like, for this year, we're just gonna go to my wife's family. He's gonna go there. They usually go for Christmas Eve. We used to go sit around, just open gift. We eat dinner together, and we just open gifts, like, and just talk to each other. And then the next day, but this year we don't going to go to my sister's. We're going to that weekend, because it's during the middle of the week. I have to work the next day, for Christmas. We're gonna go to that weekend, go to my sister's place, because my rest of my family lives in Durham, and then my half sister lives in Burlington. So she's gonna be halfway in Burlington.
That's very cool. It's still, I think, like, I like the feeling when it reminds you of being like a little kid again. Like, you're an adult. Like, I'm an adult. I have a kid, but there are certain moments in like the experience of the tradition that makes you feel like that little kid feeling again. You're like, this is awesome.
Yes.
Those are my favorite things about it.
Have you seen? I heard that song recently. Callum Scott and Christina Perry, "The Kid at Christmas." It's like that, like feeling like a kid at Christmas, even though when you're older, and do like older videos when they were like little kids, and they're opening. It looks like a pharmacy commercial. But it's like that. It's like a Hallmark / pharmacy commercial. But yeah, like Christmas feels nice. Like we like around this time. I don't know if you guys like watch like Hallmark commercials. I mean, Hallmark movies and things like that.
Of course.
I'll, uh, I know you. Well, I know you guys. You have seen because it's in Spanish. Recently, there was this group of older people. There are 5 people that were like in Colombia. There's all they were in the nursing home. One of them was his name is King. He was like he had Alzheimer's. He was there. So I put him there so they can take care of him. And then there's another one, Henry. He like check himself in there because kids weren't like come and see him and stuff like that. And have other guy like other like another guy. I can't remember his name right now. Fernando. And then another lady that her husband died, so she checked herself in there and there. So they're like there at nursing home. A nurse in there they told them to like start playing music so they get like as an activity and things like that. And when they started playing music together, they made a group called the Los Clásicos. That's the name of the group. And playing music together. And they were going to make they were trying to go to a like a talent show. But on the way to the talent show, their bus broke down. It was like one of those old school Volkswagen bands. It broke down on the way there. So they made a video about them playing on the side of that road, and the video went viral. That they were invited to like a show like kind of like The Voice in Colombia, and they just blew up. And they were trying to like show that even after 75, you can still make your dreams come true, become famous as singers because they came like they were being forgotten in nursing home, and they just had to write this song. It's called Más de 75, like older than 75, in which you can the things that in the lyrics whenever you hear them, like even though if I forget your first steps, things that I forget because the guy that's writing this he has Alzheimer's, so they just have like the patience to let me remember. That's what they about. They're like older than 75, and then just became like a famous song about that. They made a commercial about that. It's one of those commercials says, in this time of Christmas, giving means a lot more than just receiving sometimes. That story, like it was like just whenever you hear that song playing, it's one of those like you can hear the guitar, but you can also feel the strings of your heart just vibrating at the same time. Whenever you like hear those old people that are older than 75 playing out there, their hearts off.
Wow.
That's pretty special.
Yeah. Los Clásicos. The thing.
Actually,
I can tell you, I had to like translate the lyrics for him. It is like it's also like whenever you like, it just like takes you back to certain music as you little kids. You just like some music just take you back.
yeah, it reminds you of like a moment in time when you were like little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. Like that.
To go to my daughter's Christmas play, and she's in Spanish immersion. And they're playing Christmas carols in Spanish, and they play some of the songs in Spanish. Like, man, I remember when I was little in school, I had to learn how to sing those songs. And then in grade school, and they just remember you like, shit, I'm late for my project. Well, it was around that time because usually around that time is usually when it's almost the end of the year. I was always getting in trouble because I was late turning my project, but also it's like Christmas time. But I was like Christmas carols and late projects. But I love the time of the year, man.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
It's funny being down here. It doesn't, I mean, I don't know. It's not always, believe it or not, there's not always snow in Maine on Christmas, but usually there is. I feel like that added to the atmosphere quite a bit. I mean, being a lot of times there'd be, lots of snow, and you'd have a few days around Christmas where you kind of just got to stay inside and watch the snow come down, and it just snowed all day long. I don't know. Stuff like that was pretty fun.
Playing in the snow.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
They'd pile up the snowbanks really high, and then me and my brother would go out and dig it out and make a little fort out of the snow. That was always a good time.
Snow makes it like that much better.
Yeah, sure.
This is like
'Cause
winter wonderland.
Yeah, because then it really feels like Christmas. You're like, yep.
And you guys got anybody to thanks during this time of the year? Christmas.
What was that?
We got to thank our sponsors this time of the year.
Let's see. Do I have sponsors to thank? I wish I did. I have the one of the guys from back home that owns a well, it's like not aerospace, but works a mechanic on airplanes. That sponsored me, his company did, and I was like super grateful for that, for helping me get to the worlds. That was like huge, So shout out to him. That was pretty awesome.
Thank you for making the dream come true.
Yeah, seriously, because it's tough, like traveling, and then you're not going to a space where you can cook. Well, you can if you like the Airbnb, but you still have to like buy food and then transportation. It's just like everything piles up, and then it's like,
Yep, that's for sure. Piles up
oh,
quick.
yeah, it does. Sometimes it's like you have to. I'm very grateful for sure, but sometimes it's like, man, is it really worth it? And then you have to like, if you don't have those people that are helping you, it almost makes it like you're just like, oh, I can't do it.
It makes means a lot whenever you get the help. Especially like you're a high level too now. Help you compete at that high level. World's black belt. Making the dream come true.
Seriously. And it is. It is like a dream come true. You know what I mean? Just achieving your belt. Like you've been in it. So like you earned that rank. You've dedicated your time, and now you're like trying to place yourself in the world of the black people. So it's so nice to have people that believe in you and believe in what you're trying to do, and just support you. Even if it's a little bit, their support means so much. It's so helpful.
Yeah, definitely grateful for good coaches and good teammates.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Anyone that's in your corner for whatever.
Yeah. The time they have spent away from their families is to be around us, playing grab ass, so they can get better, and we can just get better at each other. That's really grateful.
Yep.
Yeah. Super, super grateful for all the butt whoopings that you get. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
As much as they suck in the moment, you're like, there's not much outside of like it prepares you for like so much more than just like the immediate ass beating that you get. It's like if you can endure that, you can endure quite a bit.
Yeah, it's funny how often I've had teammates that are like really good at something, and so they do it to me all the time, and so I get used to trying to not let them do it to me. And then you go into competition, or you go to a drop in at another gym or something like that, and somebody tries it on you, it's like, no, I'm so used to this.
Oh, for sure. I feel that way about like just like how I mentioned earlier, like I have like the teammates that like really push the pace on you, and it's a freaking battle, right? And it kind of like prepares you for, like you said, like you go to a different gym or a drop in, and people are kind of like gunning for you a little bit, and it's like no big deal.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is like the norm for me.
Yep.
I'm used to that.
Yeah, you used to go against Machine Gun Kelly over there, just destroy. He's just going nonstop against you.
You're used to people just like trying to rip your limbs off at like lightning speed. that are bigger and stronger than you, and you're just like, no big deal.
Yeah. Seen this
You're
before.
yeah. This isn't my first time.
You become kind of inoculated at that point. Well, you say the same thing applies in the world, like in real life. If you were like raised in a certain family, you roast each other all the time. So instead of trying to make fun of you in the place, like, I used to get picked on all the time by my parents. Like, and they used to kick my ass if I said something like, "Do you think what you say is gonna hear my feelings?" Come on,
You're like, is that all you got?
yeah.
My mom did worse than that.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Do better. You're lazy.
It was bad when you fire back and it's like, oh, I might have gone too far with that one. They
Yeah,
weren't ready for that.
yeah, man. But Scarlett,
I think
Yeah.
about like if ever not that I would ever plan on being in like an altercation in just regular outside of the gym, but I think about that sometimes, because people are wild and crazy, and I'm like, I could really like if there was a situation like I could pretty much handle like a grown man.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
If like
oh
the
yeah,
situation presented itself and I had to like throw down with somebody, like I would know how to like protect myself enough to like get close and like beat the shit.
Mhm.
oh yeah.
Oh my god. And I seriously like I can't even imagine if like another woman tried to like fight me. I would be like,
Almost feel
It's so,
bad.
I'm like, this is not gonna end well.
it's surprising how ignorant a lot of people are nowadays and how confident they are, even though they don't know how to fight at all.
Right. Or yeah, just even if like somebody was like being like wilding out on me, I mean, I know enough to like again, like we were just talking about, like I've been here before.
Yeah.
Like I've sparred with people that are trying to like murder me that know how to fight.
Mhm.
So it's like there's not much like in that situation that we could be like put through that hasn't been done to us at the
Yeah.
gym.
Mhm. If anything, you will start coaching. Okay, man, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Don't come at me with your chin up, chest up, right from. That's the recipe for destruction right there.
You're like when she's waking up from like being knocked out, you're like, look, man,
Mm.
let me give you some pointers.
Let's start over.
Here's the card to the gym
Yeah.
on Tuesday. Take my class.
If you want privates, this is for this time to this time.
Oh man.
Just ask for my name at the front desk.
Right.
I think the Maria special. Where was it this time? Which parking lot was it this time?
That's funny. Like
Yeah,
if me, I haven't been in any
Same
uh,
here. Same here.
altercations like that. I don't
that's-
think since I've started really since I don't think since I've started training. you know, Nothing but verbal confrontations, but
Mhm.
nothing like physical outside of like the gym or an actual fight, like MMA fight.
it's a surprise. Like if something happened to the ego, when the ego dies, like the fight dies too.
Yeah, I think you probably carry yourself differently, maybe.
Yeah,
Um,
they stop
I
caring.
yeah, and you're not really like intimidated by it anymore.
Mhm.
Like I've literally had the crap beat out of me in practice. So I'm like not really worried about it, and like against somebody who doesn't really know how to fight.
Mhm. I'm actually also socially paranoid when I'm with my wife and my kids. So I see something like moving like weird, it's like, okay, let's
Mhm.
go this way. Let's go this way. So we were in the crowd. Okay, let's go on this side of the store. Something's about to go off. You guys, so if you try to stay away from those areas, you're less likely to get into fights with people.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially when you're with your family, for sure.
Yeah, I don't want to get stabbed or stab me. See my kids stabbing somebody. Like, like that's not a good memory. Core memories to have with your kids. Let's go this way. I had to stop a man fighting twice, I think. It's a kid. I can't remember her. Because my
Your
mom,
mom?
yeah, one time, it was like a year before the Christmas tree incident. She got into a fight with this lady's. She was pregnant. She got into a fight with this lady's daughter, and then my mom came to fight my mom. She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get that kid out of your wound." My mom was pregnant. She came with a knife. It's like, "Oh yeah, let's go, bitch." Mom pulled a freaking machete. It started
Oh,
chasing this lady across my grandmother's yard. And my mom, she was the lady running to her yard, and my mom was going to go in there. She's like, "Nah, I'm not going in there." So she just threw the machete and landed on the lady's door frame. And the lady was going to come back with a knife. And my mom picked up, those old school Coke bottles, that glass ones?
Yeah.
She grabbed two of those and hit the lady in the chest with them. And the lady just ran into the house. She was 8 months pregnant at the time.
Shit.
Like, what the hell, man? And then another time was another lady that, my mom money, came over there. And I had to break her up. This lady, my mom jumped on her, and she's like, grab her by the, my mom got mount, and my mom grabbed her face and stuck her thumb in her eyeball, started smacking the lady's head into the pavement. She's like, don't do it. I was like, stop. So I like told my mom, like, stop. I like pull her away from the lady. Like, do you try to kill her or something? My mom, like, she will go red in no time. So like she will rage. Like yeah. That's like, I don't want that happening to my kid. Like, whenever I see like danger, I'm like, let's go this way.
It reminds me like of my older sister.
Mm-hmm.
She's the best. She'll go from 0 to 1,000 in like 2 seconds. Like she'll be ready to like throw down in a matter of seconds. And she's 10 years older than me. And still to this day, she would fucking pull the car over and get ready. Like she would still do. It's
Anytime,
wild.
any place.
She don't give a shit. She'll like, if someone's talking shit, she's like, let's go. Like, put your money where your mouth is. Like, I'm the like fighter, and I'm the calmer one of the two of us. Like, what? Yeah, but she's like, even when I was like in high school, 'cause I was such a dork in high school. I still am, but even more so then. I was just like a scrawny little, you know, skater, stupid chick. I would be like, I'd call my sister on the payphone when like there was a couple of times when like, you know, uh, girls would pick on me, so I'm like talking shit back, and then they're gonna jump me after school, and I'd be like, "Hey, did you come to school? They're gonna fight me in the in the arroyo, and it's just me." And she'd show up. My sister, she showed up. She show up with my cousin Isabel, and needless to say, I never got jumped when she would show up.
Hey sister, guess what? We have a tag team match after class.
I split it up for this evening.
Yeah, without question, though. I mean, she probably would have gone to jail too, because she was like, when I was like 16, she's 26. She don't care. She's like, well, somebody's picking on my sister. Let's go.
Fighting.
Yeah, even now, she'd probably do the same thing. Wild. Just like,
I do wonder if like a lot of the people who, because like you're saying, a lot of people who don't train seem to want to get into fights. I feel like probably comes from they don't get a chance to like test themselves against other people, so they're curious. I would imagine.
yeah.
Because it does seem like people who know how to fight
Or they've
don't get
probably
into as
been
many
in like
fights.
probably fist fights or altercations like against people that don't train. And
Right.
so in that context or whatever, they probably beat the shit out of somebody and think that means something, I guess. Like they can means that they can fight, like, but a street fight's totally different than somebody who has like the skill set is fighting. It's like totally not the same.
Yep.
So I think, I think that probably has something to do with it. And some people just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
Loose cannon.
Yeah, like a loose cannon. They're willing to like throw down with whoever, even if they get their ass beat.
Mhm.
They'd probably try to pick a fight again, or would.
Yeah, I had a teammate that was like that. When I was in college. He's a wrestler. He was a decent wrestler, but he was a worse fighter. He always get. They used to call him Spot because he was a black guy. He was a terrible fighter. He like one time I remember he was trying to fight somebody. He took his clothes off and trying to fight somebody in his tidy whities. Like, no man, nobody's nobody's trying to fight you, man. It's
That's
like
one way to stop a fight.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
like no.
Actually, pretty brilliant. Because
Yeah,
who's gonna want to throw down with you after
For
that?
real. Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
try,
not what I thought this was. That's not the
trying to
direction I
fight,
thought
trying
this
to
was
get
going.
laid. You know what I mean? Like, dude, no man. No, yeah, man, he was the worst. He would like get into fight, and he was always get his ass whooped all the time. Why do you try to do this, man?
Why are you naked? Why?
I have to wear the shirt tomorrow. That's why I had to do the laundry. Probably he didn't want to get his own blood on the clothes. That's probably why. Had to get him beat so many times.
That would be definitely a good way to like freak someone out.
Yeah.
Like you're about to fight them, and then all of a sudden you're like naked.
Yeah, nobody wants to do that.
I'd be like, what the fuck? What?
No.
It's just
'Cause you understand, like somebody starts taking the shirt off, they want to fight. Like, okay, but they start taking their pants off. Like, oh,
you're like,
Wait a second.
what is this like prison rules? No.
pass me the baby oil. Give me the baby oil. Where's the baby oil? Whoa. What is this?
Yeah, I don't want to fight anymore.
No, actually, I gotta go, man. I gotta go. Change my mind. Yeah, yeah, Jesus. Yeah, that's a good deterrent to fight anybody.
Yeah, this acting super wild and then getting naked, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude, you're crazy.
I watched a video of a dude that did that. He was like a skinny little dude, and he would walk up to these like big, intimidating dudes and start like talking trash, and the guys would like square up and start getting ready, and he'd like rip his shirt off, pull his pants down, and he had like a banana suit on, and then start chasing after him. Everybody just ran the other way. They weren't sticking around for that.
Oh no.
They're like, this guy's
This
crazy.
guy's, yeah.
If
He's
he's willing
over
to
the
do that to
camera.
himself,
Yeah. Imagine what he do to you.
He does not care about his life at all.
no.
That's funny. That would be funny to prank someone like that.
That would.
Oh my god.
Do you really some of those like crazy videos like people do like some of the techniques they do like reels? Like some of the weird like moves that people do.
Oh, like for jiu-jitsu?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think about them?
I think some of them are such bullshit. Like, they're like, they look really good in the reel and like super flashy, but realistically, unless you had a partner that was just kind of like, didn't know what the fuck they were doing, or maybe they just were kind of like letting you flow roll with it. Like, I just feel like some of those moves would be not really realistic to hit. Or like some of the self-defense shit you see,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, like, are you serious? Some of it just blows my mind that I'm like, why would they ever put this on the internet? Like, for anybody to try to do this particular move.
Which was the guy's name? That he's from Detroit. Detroit like urban. That was the acronym for it.
Yeah,
You know what
I
you're talking
know
about?
what you're talking about. Yeah.
That he used to do self-defense videos like that. He wore like a vest. He had an
Oh.
earpiece.
Yeah, oh my god. But he's like being funny.
Yeah.
That guy's, that's hilarious. And he does the ones with like the weapons too.
Yeah.
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 That guy. Yeah, he's like
That's
the
funny.
black Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
This guy,
Oh my
Detroit
god.
Urban Survival Training. That's what it's called.
That shit's funny. That's super funny. I saw this one. What is it? Oh god, what's his name? I'm blanking it
This
out.
guy right here.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yep,
guy.
yep.
He's hilarious. There's another one. He wears like a red gi with the sleeves cut off.
Master Ken.
Miss that one. He's hilarious too. Like some of the shit he does.
Yeah.
The
This is
obvious.
not a knife.
Yeah.
This is a knife.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yes.
Oh,
Deal
the
with Dean
fake
Lister.
the facial expressions, like when his eyebrow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the mustache, like that's the best.
Do you know that immersion camp they do over there in Maine for Origin USA? They brought him in there for their immersion camp.
Did they really?
Yeah, they brought him there. Master Ken.
That's funny.
That's hilarious. That would be so funny to like be on one of his videos.
Yeah. I can't remember. I remember when they had this on the Dean Lister one. I think it went with leg locks.
I remember he did one with Craig Jones.
Yeah. What did they do in that one?
It was the one where he had the knife in his ski belt
Oh, that's
and
right.
did north south.
That's right. Let's stab him. You stab him. Stab him.
Yeah,
Yes. Master Ken. This is
Mr.
him when
Ken.
he was younger.
That dude's hilarious.
Look at that.
That's funny.
I like it. He without the mustache is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
Like,
really throwing me
it's-
off here.
Yeah, it's like
It looks like
Yeah.
him. Omni. Or Invincible.
he needs to have the mustache and the eyebrow raised.
Personality.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, but some of those reels for self-defense on the internet are ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's
The
kind of
Mac
ironic,
Dojo.
really, that like self-defense videos are some of the worst out there.
Yeah,
Right.
go ahead, sorry.
No, go for it. Go for it.
No, I watched this one of this girl and she was doing like if somebody was to grab you, or they grabbed your hair and you came over the top and wrapped their arm up and like came like basically like did like a shoulder lock. And I'm like, that's so ridiculous because do you honestly think someone's just gonna stand there and let you like bend their elbow like this? You know what I mean? They're
Right.
gonna punch you repeatedly in the face and with their other hand while both of your hands are on their arm. That's like the worst idea ever. Just like some of the shit, it's just so dumb. I wanted to like have like one of my friends from the gym. It's a bigger guy. I was thinking what would be like a cool way to like debunk some of the shit they have out there. And honestly, what I was thinking is like of having like a friend actually like put you in like some positions, like maybe like, you know, their hands around your neck, but like actually like, you know, someone you trust that could apply pressure enough to be like, you know, make it realistic. And then
Yeah, that's in danger.
how can we like figure a way, because it's one thing for someone to do that to like say like me, okay, opposed to someone that has never trained ever and doesn't train consistently, and you're just showing them this like self-defense move that they're gonna like what remember how to do in a moment of like severe like pressure. And like if someone is attacking you, like I don't know, I'm just like some of those moves I'm like, dude, you would never pull that off.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Like we train in jiu-jitsu and like there's like this sequence, like for example, like passing cigar, and like I like been studying for it. Like even like when we go live, I try and like hit it, and then like sometimes I like get it, sometimes no. And then you can only imagine somebody's trying to do those kind of moves that you saw for like 5 seconds in a reel, and trying in real life when it's like life or death situation, and try to
Yeah,
remember it before the lights go out. Just
for sure.
like
That's what like in the like couple of self-defense seminars that I've like taught, I always tell the people I'm like, this is great and hopefully you guys can retain some of this information, but just like with anything, if you don't practice it, if you don't use it, you lose it. Like then if that time ever comes, and hopefully it doesn't, you're going to be totally lost in that situation. Like unless you continue to practice this every day, it won't become second nature. Like that's what blows my mind. I'm just like, that's these people they show them all these moves, but are they practicing them every day or every other day or even once a week?
mm-hmm. You
Probably
think
not.
no? Like the thing about it, like reels, for example, TikTok dances. Those are dances that you see in there. You can do for 30 seconds, things like that. For example, jiu-jitsu and like grappling, things like that. You should look at them like language in which you have to practice them. So you'll be able to be fluent in them. So you'll be able like, to stick in your brain so you can have like, the pathway. You will like
Yep.
to do this move to that move. Otherwise, it would just go away.
Yep.
It's not just like a simple just dance move that you learn. Like, oh, I know how to do a moonwalk. Like, no, man. This move is not a moonwalk. This is something you have to learn like a high resistance. That floor doesn't give you any resistance when you try to do a moonwalk, or the air doesn't give you any resistance when you try to do a moonwalk or during the dance move. Like, but when you try to do different other moves that you have, like especially when life depends on it and you're in danger, that's what you have to practice.
And you have to practice not only like that, but you have to practice with somebody resisting or putting pressure on you or having you with, like in a choke or something, like putting you in the situation that you would actually use that move and actually like trying to hurt you a little bit, Like we're fortunate, like training jiu-jitsu because our training partner is actually putting us in these horrible positions, trying to like, put you in arm bars, chokehold, leg locks, whatever. So you get the opportunity to be put under that extreme pressure and work your way out.
Right.
But like somebody like that's learning the self-defense stuff online, or they see these videos and they're like, well, yeah, that might work.
They're better
No,
off. They're better off reading a book about jiu-jitsu like a romance novel. You have learned the same move just by imagining.
yeah, you're
What's
better
that?
off just reading a book on trying to how to avoid all conflict.
Yeah, become invisible. What is that? What is the quote? Don't raise to a level of we don't raise to a level of our expectation. We fall to a level of training. That's what it falls to. If you're not training the worst case scenario for self-defense.
Yeah, you have to train it. You have to be put in those positions. Or like even like people that think that they carry weapons and then they're like, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm like, even still, like you maybe have like a small chance of like coming out of that alive, but like how often do you practice using your weapon? How often do you practice like, withdrawing your weapon, fire and like shooting it, or like under pressure too, not just like, the actual like act of you removing it from whatever, like the holster, your bag or whatever the fuck, but like, do you practice like actually firing it when somebody's like rushing at you, or like if you were put in a situation like that?
You'd be surprised how many people shoot their own leg, getting their gun out of the holster.
Right? See, that's what I'm saying. It's like people think that they're safer because they carry a weapon, and I'm like, that's actually worse, probably because you're gonna get it taken away from you and then used against you.
I remember one time we were like a Old Navy's here close by. And we saw the ambulance across the street, and my wife, she's really nosy. So we decided to go to the food line and see what was going on over there. The ambulance, the cops were there, like, and we saw them there. And there was this guy sitting on the by the door. He's like, "Oh man, he had a gun in his sweatpants. He's about to fall. It was a handgun, and he grabbed it, shot one of his nuts. It was blood from the ice cream aisle all the way down to the
Oh
front of the
my
store.
gosh.
So the firefighters were there, like trying to see where the bullet was, where his gun was. This guy looked like he was in like 50s, something like that. Like, dude, you should know better than this. Shit, one is not up.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah. A Friday night with his girlfriend buying ice cream.
Shoots his balls off.
Yeah, night ruined. Now you know where the ice cream is going now. Put on his nuts. He gets swollen that.
His night ruined. His the rest of his life is ruined.
Yeah, he'd be having peeing out of 2 holes. So then,
Dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
but like people don't practice. They don't practice like, and I would imagine that firing a weapon in that manner takes, just like anything else, consistency. Like, so you're accurate. So you know when to do it. Like what, you know what I mean? Like there has to be like, I would only imagine that you would have to practice consistently, even with like, especially like, well, for sure a knife, and a gun too. It's like, but you can guarantee like most people that carry either one of those probably don't practice at all. And they think like, well, I'll just take this knife out and stab someone.
somebody's gonna take it away from you. What you gonna do then?
Yeah, and honestly, like, how many people in a moment like that would actually stab someone?
True.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they probably freak out and, like you said, get it taken away from them. And
Yeah. Because you probably find somebody else that's crazy than you too. That's all it
Right.
takes. You always find somebody else crazy than you that is willing to do that. And especially if you have somebody like, if you pull a gun, some people might be scared of you. What if the other person has a gun too and he can shoot better than you? What do you do then?
Yep. And they're clearly on the end of like not giving a shit.
They're having a bad day and they don't care who's in front of them.
Yeah. So
And they feel like, I can remember like where I heard this was the studies of like you have to like the way they're training for like for example handgun training, in which there were like some cops in which they had been a shootout and they had been killed because when they were they were picking up their own cases of bullets during the shootouts.
Yeah.
Because when they were training to pick up their own bullet cases. And the way they trained, that's how they got shot.
Yeah, they were finding dead cops with pockets full of brass.
oh shit.
That's the way they were training.
See, that's crazy.
That's one thing. I think Joko he talks about that. Like one thing that some like first responders need like more training, especially like cops, because I think that's like once a year they do those kind of training. Like what?
Yeah.
And there's like so many hours you can do during the day.
Yeah.
Like law enforcement, those kind of guys should definitely be more than that. But also, I think like training in like jiu-jitsu or a combative sport would be like should be mandatory,
For sure.
And like, don't they have like regulations for police officers for like fitness?
Doesn't seem nowadays the way they
Doesn't seem
look.
like it, yeah.
Have you seen
'Cause,
cops
like-
nowadays?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shouldn't they like?
It seems like initiation part they do, but after that, so there's so many years, looks like they just let go.
Like there should be like, you know how like the military has like, you have to go in and there's requirements or whatever, you get Confrontation. I feel like it should be similar because you're literally your job is to protect and serve, and
Mhm.
I mean, it just makes sense
Yeah.
to learn to be have your body physically fit, your ability to actually like fight.
You
Yeah.
hold the same standard that you want the new members to have. You hold the same standard with the senior members as well. As far as like, because like
Right.
some of them just seem like they are keeping on the same standard. These like let go because of ranking. Like, I don't have to abide by those standards because of our ranking.
Mhm.
But you still have to protect and serve. If you can even protect yourself from a fall, how are you supposed to protect and serve the community?
But yeah, the number of like Tom DeBlas videos that he puts out there, and it's like 3 cops on one guy, and all 3 of them can't take the guy down. It's like, holy shit,
Sad.
what is going on?
And then I feel like that leads them to like using weapons.
Right.
And it's like, if you could,
Shouldn't be necessary.
yeah, if you could de-escalate it without having to draw your weapon or tase somebody or whatever, that would be preferable.
Yeah. I have volunteered here and help like some of those classes because we used to like every other like I think it's Wednesday and Tuesdays we used to have here like around 10. We had like a group or like certain police department like Rowan County, like SWAT team or like the police department. They'll come here, but barely seldom you see them come back. Those
Mhm.
like that I don't know why, which like especially for their line of job in which they see confrontations so often, you will think they'll be willing to train more on that kind of things, but I'm not sure what their schedule is like too to be able to train.
I think like they should like have it like the military where it's like mandatory. So they give them like an hour, a day or whatever when they're out. Like they have to do it. It's part of their job. So they are given time to do it.
Yeah.
Who am I?
Yeah, that's tough on the Tom. Yeah, because like it will be like a society like better people that less ego will be a society that have more involved on this kind of activities as well. Just like protecting and leading the community are willing to do those kind of activities to keep those in check. Do you think be a healthy community less likely to be on at certain activities like that?
That does seem like it's I'm sure not for everybody, I'm sure, but I'm expecting it's a pride thing for a lot of them. Because I mean, it is humbling to come into jiu-jitsu your first time because you just get annihilated by everybody. And then you realize I'm not good at this at all. I have no idea how to handle myself in these situations. And you kind of have to suck that up and keep coming back and eventually get good. But that's a lot to take at first, especially if that's supposed to be your job. You're supposed to be able to handle people. And,
Yeah, that's true. But if like, let's say they made it like a mandatory thing, then you would just have to fucking suck it up.
100%.
Be like, oh, okay, well, this is part of the job is getting my ass kicked,
Mhm.
So maybe there would be some level of like humbleness or
Right.
acceptance, right? Like,
Yeah.
but
Just
of
remember,
course,
what's that?
it's not part of it, so.
Yeah.
I think
the
Colorado
crazy
they
thing
have
is,
a department like that.
oh, did they really?
I think Colorado or like I can't remember which the police department they have a department that they require most of the officers to be at least a blue belt to be in their department. Not pun intended. Like the blue.
Yeah.
But at least a blue belt, like to be in their department.
Smart. I think that's smart,
Man, you have a spastic.
right? You're not getting away,
It's nowhere. You ain't going nowhere, bro.
It's better than the white belt.
Yeah.
right? He's gonna blast double leg you and fucking
Knee me in the mouth or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah, you're going down though for sure.
Yep.
But yeah. He keeps rolling you. Like, what the fuck? Dude, just arrest me. I'm right here, and damn it, he wants to get free rolls out of you.
That's funny.
I missed open mat because of you.
That'd be a nightmare. Yeah, thank you guys. Well, I think it'd be a good place. You guys think?
I think so.
11. That think be a good place. You guys good?
Oh, yeah.
Fellas? Yeah, well, thank you again for listening again. Till next time. Said Mama Matters. Oh, that's it, my mom. Mama Matters. It needs to be an old show we used to have. Oh, let me see. What you listen to. You can listen to us on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, iTunes. So next time, this is
Thank
Nate
you,
Shaw.
Maria, for joining us again.
Thank you, Maria Rios, taking the time and spending our holiday greetings. Till next time, thank you.
Merry Christmas.
You guys say